Oh, this is demonic. This is clearly demonic.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm in the files for not going. Jeffrey Epstein was trying to meet with me.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, and I was like, what?
I'm like, no thanks.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad?
Joe Rogan recently made a shocking revelation about how he received multiple invitations to Epstein's private island, and every single time he rejected the offer. But here's where it gets really interesting. According to insider sources, because he came dangerously close to entering that exclusive circle, he managed to obtain some extremely sensitive information. And now, word on the street is that Rogan is issuing a warning. Just like how the truth came out about Epstein, Diddy, and Jay-Z, Beyonce might be the next big name facing public exposure.
Evidence that they're talking about
in pretty obscene ways.
horrifying ways. So that was the thing that, like, even when I talked to Mike Benz about that, he was sort of incredulous about that. It's like, I don't think they would use and it just doesn't make any sense if it got caught, but it just seems like
if Mike Benz was incredulous,
I know.
that's pretty big.
Throughout his career, Joe Rogan has established himself as a voice of authenticity and transparency. His platform features unfiltered conversations, tackles taboo subjects head-on, brings credible experts to the forefront, and delivers raw, honest commentary. Despite numerous attempts to silence him over the years, he's remained standing strong. So when a former Hollywood insider appeared on his show discussing ritualistic practices and hinted at a powerful female celebrity's involvement, the public didn't take long to connect the dots to Beyonce. Season after season, she consistently dominates the entertainment world, topping music charts and collecting Grammy nominations like clockwork. But according to industry whispers, there's something unusual about this level of sustained success. Speculation suggests there might be hidden forces at play behind the glitz, glamour, and her almost cult-like fan following. Jaguar Wright has spoken about this in multiple interviews. Allegations that Beyonce leads a secret society, a supposed network of practitioners where she holds ultimate authority and removes anyone who dares to challenge her position. This might explain why, during major award ceremonies, whether it's the BET Awards, MTV events, or the Oscars, you'll notice a peculiar pattern where celebrities almost ritualistically express their thanks and deep reverence to Beyonce, acting as though she's the one who opened doors for their entire careers.
You ain't talk about the producers. You didn't talk about the writers. You didn't talk about the team that helped you get there. Your whole speech was about how great Beyonce is.
What's even more striking is that established artists like Mary J. Blige, who built her legacy long before Beyonce entered the music scene, still felt compelled to pay tribute to her during their acceptance speeches.
So the way the world is now, I think people think icons are born that way.
Doesn't that strike you as strange? Imagine a seasoned university professor expressing gratitude to a recent graduate during their own recognition ceremony, or a veteran craftsperson crediting a beginner for their lifetime achievement honor. Convention dictates that acknowledgement should flow toward those who came before us, toward pioneers and mentors. However, in this peculiar cultural phenomenon, the natural order seems completely inverted whenever Beyonce enters the picture. Industry veterans, rising stars, and established icons alike suddenly behave as if she embodies the ultimate gold standard of the entire entertainment world. Lizzo pushed this dynamic to an extreme level when she broke down emotionally on stage after winning an award, expressing feelings of guilt and insisting that Beyonce was more deserving of the recognition.
Where you at, Beyonce? My eyes are wet. You changed my life. You sang that gospel medley, and the way you made me feel, I was like, I want to make people feel this way with my music. So thank you so much.
That particular moment transcended simple respect or admiration. For countless viewers watching from their homes, it resembled something closer to collective shame, as though winning artists believe they need to offer an apology before accepting their trophy when Beyonce is present. Social platforms exploded with discussions questioning why Lizzo felt compelled to downplay her own accomplishments in order to glorify Beyonce. The prevailing interpretation among observers was that Beyonce has transformed into an untouchable icon that no one dares to publicly surpass. Her dedicated fan base interpreted it differently, viewing Lizzo's behavior as a display of genuine humility, arguing she was simply acknowledging the trailblazer who opened pathways for Black female performers like herself. But the situation reached new heights when Adele took things even further.
The best of my life is Beyonce, and this album for me, the Lemonade album, was just so monumental. Beyonce, it was so monumental.
What can't be seen in that clip, though, is that yes, Adele broke her Album of the Year Grammy in half, apparently to give to Beyonce, in a scene reminiscent of Mean Girls.
She literally shattered her Grammy trophy into 2 pieces, intending to share half with Beyonce simply because her project won Album of the Year over Lemonade. This dramatic gesture ignited fierce debates across social media platforms, with people questioning whether these artists were authentically expressing admiration or unknowingly participating in some kind of cultural ceremony with Beyonce positioned as royalty. The situation escalated dramatically when even Britney Spears got involved in this phenomenon.
Means so much to me, especially on the night before Michael Jackson's birthday. He had such a huge influence on me, Gaga, and our next performer, Beyonce.
A legendary figure who achieved icon status decades before Beyonce's emergence, with worldwide impact and recognition spanning generations, publicly mentioned Beyonce in a manner that positioned her as the ultimate benchmark for excellence. There was also that infamous incident when Taylor Swift received an award in the category where Beyonce was also nominated, and Kanye West stormed the stage to redirect attention from Taylor back to Beyonce.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
According to circulating theories, his actions were meant to shield Taylor from potential consequences, as insiders claim she would have faced severe criticism for defeating Beyonce without acknowledging her in the acceptance speech, which has apparently become an unwritten rule. From that moment forward, audiences became increasingly conscious of this recurring theme. Now, whenever someone wins in any category featuring Beyonce as a nominee, viewers practically expect the winner's speech to transform into a dedication ceremony for her. According to Jaguar Wright's allegations, this represents just one piece of a much larger puzzle, elements of a conspiracy so complex and layered that we're barely scratching the surface. Throughout the years, Jaguar Wright isn't the only voice raising these questions about Beyonce allegedly leading an occult organization. Do you recall when a woman who calls herself Lady Satan, claiming to be a practicing witch, appeared on Tasha K's platform to discuss identical allegations?
The color, I remember Beyonce's video visual that she did.
Yellow. She did Oshun. Riches and beauty and love, all those things, yes.
And she put it in a video.
Yeah.
Was she supposed to film that?
No, that's fine. First of all, Oshun loves that.
Okay.
You have to have parties for her. You have to be beautiful in her day, like how she had that dress and that, what is that thing on her head? It's like a tiara, but it was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah, she loves those things. She loves everything pretty and girly. And riches. So Beyonce.
What is it? I hear so much about it. What is it though?
She's crowned Oshun, and so Oshun signifies everything that I just noted.
Yeah.
So basically, she has these parties and gives her offerings and things like that for her blessing.
Is that what the fruit is?
Yeah, that's what the fruit is.
There's also the testimony from an artist named Stunna for Vegas, who was previously under contract with DaBaby's label. He explicitly stated during an interview that Beyonce serves as a high priestess dedicated to a deity called Ea. He further claimed she's considered a spiritual descendant of another entity known as Oshun. Both of these deities hold significant importance in West African spiritual traditions, which, according to Stunna, connects directly to Beyonce's ancestral heritage.
A lot of people practice it like Santeria or somebody.
Beyonce.
Some people do. Beyonce practice E5. She a child of Ocean. She a child of Ocean. She got songs. She got songs like talking about her ancestor. Every time she dressed up like her ancestor. When she was pregnant, she dressed up as Ocean.
At one point, Kimberly Thompson, who served as Beyoncé's personal drummer for 5 consecutive years, made formal accusations against her involving witchcraft and petitioned the court for a restraining order. In Kimberly's statement, she alleged that Beyoncé was engaging in extreme supernatural practices and performing enchantments designed to cause significant harm.
I don't want anything, and I really want to make that clear. I want nothing to do with this person. Like, this was not to up my career. This was not to jumpstart my drumsticks, my CDs, my music, my label. I don't want anything to do with this. If you even offered me money, if anybody was offering money for interviews, I would not take it. I don't want anything to do with this person. Like, I want it dead. And it's even as far as me taking the legal matter and taking steps into putting it on writing and saying it, literally, that I don't want anything to do with this entire situation.
Although no official documentation ever validated these claims, the rumors only intensified because in Hollywood's ecosystem, accusations rarely disappear completely. They transform. They adapt. They resurface years down the line with different packaging but carrying identical narratives. When one individual makes a claim, it gets brushed aside. When 2 people echo the same story, it becomes tabloid gossip. But when the same identity keeps emerging across interviews, podcast discussions, legal filings, and late-night internet theories, all featuring identical accusations, people begin raising serious questions. Not necessarily because concrete evidence exists, but because these recurring patterns become increasingly difficult to dismiss. JoeRogan supposedly suggested that certain powerful personalities in the entertainment sphere wield influence that extends far beyond their music, award ceremonies, or public personas. According to widespread online theories, he implied that select celebrities function within elite networks that ordinary fans could never truly understand or access. Speculation has reached fever pitch. Rumors are being treated as verified facts. And when identical names continuously surface in these conversations, it forces us to wonder what's actually transpiring behind closed doors. Here are reactions from individuals who are analyzing the subtext, recognizing the patterns, and voicing their concerns. One commenter observed, "I've realized that every female artist who defeats Beyoncé graciously accepts their trophy, but they always include praise for Beyoncé in their speech. Victoria Monet demonstrated this exact behavior during the 2024 BET Awards ceremony. It appears as though they're obligated to do it." Another person agreed with that assessment, adding, "They're required to honor Beyoncé because she supposedly leads the Coven." And one final comment stated, "Beyoncé's energy actually feels quite ominous. It makes me uneasy even while watching through my screen." We're curious to hear your perspective on this. Do you think there's any validity to the theory that Beyoncé's achievements and her constantly expanding dominance in the music industry might be connected to something darker operating behind the scenes? Why does this pattern keep repeating itself consistently? Who exactly are these individuals making such serious claims about Beyoncé's alleged spiritual connections? What consequences will unfold when the complete truth eventually surfaces? Share your opinions in the comments section below. Make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe, and check out our next video because it's equally explosive.